So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs, a particular day's newspaper through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Again, the purpose of this lecture series is that you cover your current affairs. Along with that, you get your much needed MCQ practice, which is very important for prelims examination. So if you want to clear or if you want to appear for next year's prelims examination, well, then make this series a daily habit of yours. Why? Because if you'll daily cover 4 to 5 MCQs daily, then within a year you will be covering 1200 MCQs, and that too only from current affairs. So you need not worry about current affairs as far as your prelims examination is concerned. This lecture won't take more than 10 minutes, and you have to just give 10 minutes daily to cover 1200 MCQs from current affairs. Okay, now that's about it. Let's straight away jump to question number 1. Okay, so consider the following statements regarding heat dome. It is a high pressure system in the atmosphere at a particular region that causes heat wave like conditions. The intensity of heat waves is directly proportional to the duration of heat dome's existence. The main cause behind heat dome formation can be traced to halt in jet streams. How many of the above statements are correct? Now look, at present, Western USA, especially California, is facing severe heat wave-like conditions. Now, why is there existence of heat waves in California? Because a heat dome has formed over California. Now, what is a heat dome? So basically, heat dome is a high-pressure system in the atmosphere which does not allow warm air to rise upwards. Okay, so it's like a glass lid placed over California. It's like California is surrounded by a glass lid which has trapped warm air. So warm air is trapped inside California because of a high pressure system which is not allowing warm air to rise up. Now, had there been no heat dome, then warm air would have risen up. It would have formed clouds and would have shielded California from sun's rays and would have provided necessary cooling, possibly rain also. But because of this high pressure system, heat dome, warm air is not rising up and warm air is trapped. Plus, there is no cloud formation, therefore sun's rays are directly affecting California. Okay, so first statement is correct. Now, the longer the heat dome is present over California, would be more warm air trapped in California. Lack of formation of clouds would lead to more sun's rays and more heat wave-like condition. So intensity of heat waves is directly proportional to the duration of heat dome's existence. This is also absolutely correct. Now, why has heat dome formed over California? You see, in the upper atmosphere, there are winds blowing at very high speeds. These winds are known as jet streams. Now, normally when these jet streams are blowing at a high speed, they blow away the high pressure system along with it. But because of slowing down of jet streams, this high pressure system is not being blown away. It is present at California and is persisting at California, and hence heat dome formation. Now, the reason why jet streams are not moving fast is because of global warming. Alright, so main cause behind heat dome formation can be traced to a halt in jet stream. Absolutely correct. All three statements are correct. The answer is C. Question number 2. Which of the following statements regarding Austria are correct? Now, recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Austria. That's why Austria was in news. So let's talk about it. It was occupied by Nazi forces during World War II. In 1955, Austrian State Treaty, which mandated its neutrality in the US-USSR Cold War, was signed between USA, UK, France and USSR. The diplomatic relations between India and Austria were established in 1974. Now, look, during World War II, Hitler's Nazi forces actually occupied Austria. Okay? But after World War II ended, the victorious powers, the countries that emerged victorious in World War II, these were known as Allied powers. Okay? These countries were US, UK, France, and Soviet Union, which is USSR. These 4 countries emerged victorious. They actually defeated the Nazi forces, and these 4 countries occupied Austria themselves. So in 1945, when World War II ended, these 4 countries occupied Austria till 1955. In 1955, these four countries signed a treaty called Austrian State Treaty. Under this treaty, Austria would be made independent state. Okay, in Austria was made independent, and it was ensured. It was written in the treaty that Austria will remain neutral in the Cold War between US and USSR. This treaty was signed by these four countries. Okay, so first statement is correct. Second statement is also correct. There is a reason why Austria has not taken sides between Western Bloc and Russia. In the current Russia-Ukraine war, Austria has not, despite being a EU member, Austria is a member of European Union. Despite that, Austria has not taken the side of Western Bloc or Russia because it is treaty bound to remain neutral. Okay. Now, the diplomatic relations between India and Austria were established on 15th November 1949. 2024 actually marks the 75th anniversary of India-Austria relationship. So it was established in 1949, not 1974. Third statement is false. 1 and 2 are only correct. Answer is A. Question number 3. Which of the following is the cause for decline of workers in the informal enterprises as per annual survey of unincorporated enterprises 2022-23? Now, recently, annual survey of unincorporated enterprises was released by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and it has actually compared unincorporated enterprises like informal enterprises between 2015-16 and 2022-23. Okay. On the basis of it, it actually revealed that the share of employment in informal enterprises has declined. It also mentioned certain causes why the share of workers in informal enterprises declined between this period. So what are those causes? Demonetization, GST, COVID. Now this survey actually says that all these three, these are called the big three. All these three causes were the major contributors in the decline in share of workers in informal enterprises. Because informal enterprises are cash dependent, hence demonetization impacted them. It is difficult for informal enterprises to comply with regulatory burden. So GST also impacted them. COVID definitely impacted them, and lockdown. So all these three reasons were responsible for decline in share of workers in informal enterprises. B. And last, consider the following statements regarding deep water transshipment ports. The only deep water transshipment port in India is in the state of Kerala. The Vizinjam port has been built through public-private partnership model called Build, Operate, Transfer. Okay. Now, India up till now did not have any deep water transshipment port. What is a transshipment port? A transshipment port is a port where a big vessel arrives, big ship arrives, offloads its cargo, and that cargo is loaded on smaller ships and taken to different other ports, different other destinations. So transshipment port is basically a relay port. It's actually a mid-destination. Okay. Now, India did not have any transshipment port. Colombo, yes. Colombo was a transshipment port, but India did not have any transshipment port. But recently, India has built a transshipment port in Kerala near Thiruvananthapuram called Vizinjam port. So Vizinjam is India's first and only deep water transshipment port. Okay, so first statement is correct. Now, this Vizinjam port was established through public-private partnership model. This PPP contract was given to Adani Ports. And this PPP model under which Adani Ports created Vizinjam port was called Design, Build, Operate, Finance, Transfer. Or generally they say Design, Build, Finance, Operate, Transfer. DBFOT, not Build, Operate, Transfer. So this is false. Only one, and the answer is A. And with that, we come to an end of this session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it is adding value to your preparation, though it will add more value if you are consistent, regular with this lecture series. Just cover 4 to 5 MCQs daily. This would amount to more than 100 MCQs monthly. And in 1 year, you'll be covering 1200 MCQs just before your prelims exam. So please be consistent. And by the way, the entire notes of this lecture, so along with questions and detailed solutions, are provided on our Telegram channel. The link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below this video. So be sure to check out our Telegram channel where you'll find the detailed solutions to these questions. All right? Okay. I'll be signing off now. Thank you so much.